Welcome to the coin age. Can't really sleep tonight, so I'm going to get some streaming in. Either I'm going to be a potato tonight, or you're going to see some good matches. Hopefully for the latter. If you want to catch some of my old streams that I've done, they are transferred over to YouTube. Please give me a like, share, and follow there. It really helps the channel to build. So let's get started. We'll start with the Iowa. Hopefully we can get some good matches in tonight. Well, morning actually. Okay, no destroyers to start. Sometimes my first couple matches are a little slow, and normally I end with pretty decent matches. Just takes me a little bit sometimes to get into the rhythm of the game, but we'll see how it plays.
Engage! The battle is upon us!
That side, since we spawn on the left side at middle. I have seen people go in front of that island. That is not the best thing to do. 9 out of 10 times it will get you dev struck.
Foe's cruiser emerges into
A nice hit on that Amagi. That way we can see all the ships. Way. Alright. Not every shot can be. You hope for the best shots every time, but sometimes,
Foe's battleship emerges into our
See if we can't get some guns off the board already.
By my wrath, an enemy cruiser has been
I figured this
obliterated.
Atlantico would have been moving by now. But even an Atlantico that's not engaged if they get too close to it. Still using the islands for cover. Iowa turned in. Should have aimed a little higher for this infrastructure. That mushroom is probably going to get. Iowa shooting HE. Nelson there is probably shooting HE. I'm on target the cruiser. Target the cruiser, not the battleship. If the Atlantico was actually helping, this would be a little bit easier to fight.
The flames rise.
Go ahead and start getting the Iowa in reverse. We don't want the Nelson to catch us around that corner. Second fire, we'll go ahead and get rid of an heal. Team on the other side seems to be holding. The Atlantico is now moving, luckily. So now I don't have to fight this side on my own now.
Behold, the problem is conquered.
Not aim too far forward. Now with the secondaries and that Atlantico, yeah, that Independence is going to get deleted, and I think he realized that the Atlantico is a bigger threat. I mean, Iowa can hurt. But he's trying to now back up to get out of the Atlantico's range. Which means he's going to be a little bit more predictable, probably. So the secondaries are just going to eat him up. I mean, if you come across an Atlantico, do everything you can to stay out of his secondary range, because they will slowly eat you up. There is just no getting away from that. I'm not even going to attempt to fire because he's going to die. And Amagi is still alive. I'm actually surprised at that. You gotta love it. Your turrets are the heaviest armored part of your ship, and you know, it seems like knocking turrets out is a lot easier sometimes than getting the Citadel. This Nelson is behind that island, we know that. So we'll go ahead and warn this Atlantico. Him running broadside is not preferable. Really isn't. See if we can't hit this. And may have waited too late, but I mean, just look at them secondaries rip apart that Nelson. It's just, yeah, it's just way too much for most ships to handle. And Atlantico is just a, hey, I'm going to hop in it and I'm just going to burn people to death. And ain't a damn thing anybody can do about it. I'm just going to melt their health. Yeah, we know the Nelson's gonna die here. It's just, why choose me?
The flames rise.
Don't know. I mean, yeah, his front turrets are better shot on me than they are on Atlantico. Still spotted. In comes North. Should
Our team reigns supreme.
Is it
Behold, the problem is conquered.
Atlantico is, hey, we're going to press the easy button for this match, and anybody with half a brain cell can play the Atlantico.
The battle concludes in mere 5 minutes.
As you could see, the damage the secondaries themselves were just doing to that Nelson, it was just him running away after he was well within the range of those secondaries was a lost cause. I think he knew that. See about this blind fire here. Every now and then, you never know. But it will be a W. The Fletcher's just kind of running away, or sorry, Fletcher. Just read it. Yeah, as soon as Atlantico if it gets within range of that. And there goes the secondary, so the Atlantico is just, yeah, shoot me, do a little bit of extra damage. It is what it is. I've broadside to him. Well, as I said, you know, it's I'm not downgrading the person playing the Atlantico. It's just the ship just is the ship. Atlantico is kind of like the Shimakaze, you know. Shimakaze just sends out a wall of skill. You know, 15 torpedoes, it does like 20-some thousand damage a piece. The ships are kind of an easy button. The Atlantico is a little bit, I find it a little bit harder to deal with than a Shima. That's because once it starts pushing and the secondaries are in range, and it's just, if you got somebody in there that knows what they're doing and they angle properly, you're going to ping a lot. Where with the Shimakaze, you know, you got things to counter it. You got the Alaska. You got all the. There's, oh great, one of these matches. So somebody has their crossplay turned off, apparently. So, honestly, the people that have crossplay turned off should go into matches with just people with crossplay turned off. I do not have it turned off. I actually have crossplay enabled because I'd rather have a full match than 3 or 4 ships. It makes for a more interesting game. They have 3 battleships. More than likely, it's probably the division that has it turned off. There's some people that I've come across that have talked to me and said that the reason they turn it off is because, hey, I'd rather go against 3 or 4 ships, then I don't have to worry about 5 other people shooting at me, or I mean, if you can't take in a regular standard match with crossplay enabled, I don't know. You know, it's just, matches like this are not fun. They really aren't. They are, whoever gets the advantage first wins the match at this one. Where in a regular standard match, there is a possibility you can lose 4 ships and you can come back and win it. I've actually gotten into a standard match where it was a 1v1 because the person on the enemy team had their crossplay turned off. It was a legendary match. And he was a torpedo battleship going against my Montana, and that was not fun. Because he was just charging me, and it didn't matter where I went, he would charge and charge and charge. And I think it was a Brandenburg that I was going against at the time. Let's go ahead and get this fight started.
Foe's cruiser emerges into our view.
That's Helena. Helena's going to shoot at me. Now the Florida's got its guns turned towards me. I was just waiting for the AP to start bringing in. Now since the Florida fired, I could fire at the Florida. But I'd rather get angled away from the Florida and start working on this Helena. And then that happens. You gotta love it. I stayed going that way too long. Florida got a decent hit on me that time. While I'm turning back to get ready to bow tank it again. Getting that Helena off board is a big one. I mean, if you stay broadside to a battleship long enough, eventually the shells, when they come in, they're going to start citadeling. And it's going to start hurting. Especially in an American battleship. If you're going against an American battleship, showing your broadside to them normally will equal death. He's still showing his broadside. He's now targeting the cruiser, which for me is fine. How he survived that, I don't know. But now I'm going to go over. This is what I mean. Once one team in this game mode dominates a side, it's normally going to be a win for that. So he needs, I'm going to let the cruiser go ahead and cap that. I'm in Kansas. I'm slow enough as it is. I've got to get over there and I got to get support to my team. That is, I believe the division is the only ones left. It is. They're both in Flanders. I butcher names. I apologize for that. But me getting that Helena out of the way and then just being able to smack the hell out of that Florida the few times I did is what kind of helped us on this side. We'll see about trying to catch that Flounderer. Because now the Flounderers are in a crossfire, which they probably weren't expecting. You know, there's another 10K. They figured, hey, maybe we push aside, we'll win it, get it done. I'm going to try to help them get that Flounderer killed, which was why I fired so quickly, because I didn't want him to ram that ship. But maybe ramming would have actually been the better thing for that battleship to actually do. High caliber and first blood, that's great. Now the Flounders are going to start outtaking me. Which is fine. I got my cruisers to my sides and everything. As long as the cruisers can kind of hold their own. There's another 6K. Right now, I'm trying to aim for that superstructure. Juicy superstructure. Which they're probably going to end up starting to aim for that on me. I was not expecting to get 100K out of this match. Definitely wasn't out of a 4-man match. I probably should have waited for him to come around more. I don't like it when I have to use the Kansas as front guns only. I like getting those back guns involved. Because, I mean, it's 12 guns. But I know if I turn too much, I'm going to give them that angle that they're going to want. He got a high caliber off of pings. Interesting.
The flames rise.
I'm okay with them shooting me over my cruiser. I really am. Go ahead and knock that double fire off. I mean, eventually, my ship is it can only take so much.
The problem is conquered.
They're both shooting HE, which me bow tanking HE is not going to work to my benefit. If the cruiser can help me with the one Flounder, then yeah, we're golden. Fortunately, he missed his torp run. Now, more than likely, this Flounder is probably switched to
The
A.
battle concludes in mere 5
Fortunately,
minutes.
I'm kind of stuck in a position.
You are the sole survivor forging our destiny. The flames rise.
Did not switch to AP.
Reign supreme has been obliterated.
Now, what I'm going to do here is probably going to be a bit boring. But we know that he's setting around that corner. If I come around the corner, he can pummel me. So what I'm going to do is, I'm going to force him to come to me. He's constantly backing out of the cap, which is fine by me, because I'm still capping it. If he rams me, he can't win. He has to kill me without ramming me. I had to make him come to me. I already had the victory locked in with the points lead the way I did. And it was just, yeah. You know, I give credit to the two Flounders. They did well. But when they started opening their broadside up to me, that's all she wrote. When a Kansas gets your broadside, that's kind of the end of things. 188,000 damage in that match too. With 4 ships, you know, that's a pretty good match. I think I did most of the work in that match, but hey, you know, I'm going to take it. My team definitely did support me where I needed it. So I'm going to change it up just a little bit. Go over here. Now I'm trying to unlock the tier 7 and in the British, which is the Vanguard, which I'm not very far away. Saving my global XP for one of the ships in the store. I think it's, let's see, which one is it that I'm actually saving up for right now? Not the Benham, Alabama. I'm saving up for the Alabama right now. And whatever steel I get, I'm trying to save up, you know, enough steel so I can get my Missouri. That way I have an Iowa class battleship that actually has radar. So we're going to go ahead and go with, I think it's the Highlander. No. I'm going to go with the Gneisenau. Now, a lot of people would tell you, you know, go secondary build on German battleships. I don't. I'm not really a fan of the whole brawling situation. check something before we go into the next match. She's a dangerous commander if you did get her. I find her fun. You know, because a little bit more damage beyond 10 kilometers is nice, and you still get range to your guns, just not as much as with reaching out at XL. And the other nice part with her base stats, traverse speed and maiden battery dispersion's a little bit better. Now this is just a guise, but it's William Sims. I run Andrew Cunningham, but I wanted to see on this. We're going to go ahead and yeah, we're going to go ahead and rank that up to full legendary. Now we go back over, and then we'll bring the denies in. This one I just put secondary build on mainly when you get those you get those missions where, hey, get 500 secondary secondary hits with your battleship or shit like that. I am still working on trying to unlock all tier 7s. For the first couple of years, I didn't really play much of this. It's only been the last year or so that I really started getting back into World of Warships. I started playing it on PC, and then when they added subs, I kind of walked away from that one, and right now my friend's kind of hoping that they add subs to this one, and I'm hoping they don't. We got enough things that put torpedoes in the water. This is a tier 6, tier 7 match.
My loyal sea snakes.
Of course, we got to go against the Saipan. Saipan hurts. That's all I can say about that. It just hurts like a son of a bitch. And being a German battleship, my AA is not the greatest. Most of the time when I'm in my German battleships and there's a carrier on the enemy team, I tend to get targeted. And I know they're not targeting me, but hey, it's a streamer. It's a German battleship. They're easier to hit with your planes than like if there's an Iowa class battleship on the map. American battleships put off a great deal more AA than Germans do. What destroyers are we working with? The Benson, and I'm not even going to attempt that one. Nope. Because I know I'm going to butcher it.
Like a stealthy predator unmasked.
Now their destroyer should be somewhere in here. So what I'm trying to do is here comes the aircraft carrier.
All forces requesting cover fire. The depths shall shield us. Hang in there. Help is on the way. The sea's enemy force sighted on the horizon. The depths themselves reveal their presence.
I'm going to try to use this island to keep me from being crossfired by the other side of the map. I mean, even with turtleback armor, plunging fire is still going to hurt. Kind of what I wanted to happen there. Their destroyer decided to go B.
Enemy destroyer sighted. The serpent's head emerges from the depths.
I know I have torpedoes and that can come to my benefit, but the thing is, it's a tier 6, tier 7 match. I can also be deleted just as quick as I'm trying to delete somebody. So, I tend not to charge in with my torpedoes. I tend to fuck up when I do something like that. Because I'll over angle or I'll do something that will where I'll fuck it up and then it costs me. But if I can stay alive longer and I can get more damage out, I find that to be the better way sometimes. Yes, if I get into real close quarters combat and I can get those torpedoes off without getting dev struck, yeah, I'm going to get those torpedoes off. But if that close quarter combat is going to put me in a position where it's going to put me more of a danger, I'll take my shots when I get them. Saipan is still over here harassing the side, which, you know, is what it is. Now, my secondary range is 7.2 kilometers. Like I said, I don't have a secondary build on this. But I got a funny feeling Saipan might drop his torch on me here. You know, yeah, I want to target the Connecticut, not the fucking battleship right in front of me. That was a nice hit, actually. Go ahead and send them just in case. Can't remember if the Monarch has torpedoes. It'd be nice that it didn't take me halfway across the map for the ship I want to target. Widespread, still got the torpedo kill.
Their serpentine heart lies still. Enemy destroyer sighted. The serpent's head emerges from the depths.
He's gonna hit that island. Now we'll get the shot off. Only a matter of time till the Saipan hit me. And he knocked out my torpedo tubes, the little bastard. We'll go ahead and get that fight in the air. It won't really do much, but...
Soaring above the waves like a graceful albatross. The sea serpent shows its face.
I was going to target the Amagi, then it's like, no, he got torpedoes going after him. No need to.
Sleek and deadly sea snake. Our team has taken the lead, like the queen of the deep claiming her throne. Hull breach! We're taking on water quickly. The ocean's icy fingers creep in. Problem solved, sir. The mysteries of the deep yield to our wisdom.
And this will end up deleting probably 90% of my fucking health. Yeah.
Hull breach!
I mean, it's
We're taking on water quickly. The ocean's icy fingers creep in.
Once you're targeted by a Saipan in a German ship, it's pretty much your death. Now he overmatches me. Yeah, I knew the Saipan was going to kill me. It was just a matter of time. But you know, we held our own. I should have been paying attention a little bit more. I could have probably lined my shots up a little bit better on that Connecticut. But what was nice was the destroyers on my team, they didn't say, hey, there's an aircraft carrier on the enemy team, we gotta go right after it. And it's kind of nice when destroyers don't go right after the aircraft carrier on the enemy team, because then they're more apt to help you to kill battleships, spot for you, and just set things up so much better. The Saipan is probably going to die. He's going to have a cruiser start unloading on him.
Battle ends in 5 minutes. The sands of time slip through our fingers.
So it's... you know. And when you're dropping torps as an aircraft carrier onto a cruiser, you really don't want to aim for their bow, you know? Because he's going to probably outrun the activation. He's going to probably get that activation where it doesn't do anything. So it's... the Saipan is going to begin spotted by the destroyer that's coming out from down there. Again. And the thing is, you know, the Saipan is going to fight to the end. It's a Saipan. It's one of the worst carriers that you want to go against. I was hoping when they released the Enterprise that the Enterprise was going to be really nasty. The torpedoes on the Enterprise are really, really nasty when they hit. However, the AP bombs, not so much. You know, it's just, unless you're going against a really lightly armored target, and even then, the AP bombs don't normally penetrate the decking very well. It's a... I'm not saying that the Enterprise isn't a great ship. I'm not. I love the ship. It's the Enterprise. It's a legendary ship for a reason. What it did in World War II. But it has its flaws in this game. It would be interesting if they actually added the rocket planes to your carrier arsenal. So that way you could, hey, destroyers coming after me, I got a little bit more line of defense. But, I mean, it is what it is. Most carrier captains realize, hey, I've got to learn how to hit destroyers with torps. When they took it away where skip bombs can't be dropped directly on the target, it kind of made like the Saipan and stuff like that, a little bit harder to defend against destroyers. And I'm talking about destroyers, and there are 4 in a fucking match. And we got a carrier. God, you gotta love it. Another tier 6, tier 7 match. Enterprise on the enemy team. If he hits me with AP bombs, she'll see the difference between AP and HE bombs. But then again, he could get a lucky hit on me, and it could Citadel me. That's what AP will do. But I really believe Wargaming needs to say, hey, okay, you know, we need to put a limit on the destroyers in a game. You know, 4 destroyers is a bit ridiculous with an aircraft carrier. In my opinion, it makes it really hard on battleship captains to have 4 fucking destroyers to go against. Because while they spot us at 12, 13, 14, 15 kilometers, whatever they're going to spot us at, you know, we got to get them where they're within. Now, they have 2 Colorados, which means they overmatch me, if I remember correctly. I don't think the King George has a 32mm bow.
Received. I'm on it.
I'm going to put my fighter in the air because...
Fighter airborne.
And that is why I say Enterprise's torpedoes hurt. I mean, that's 13,000 damage from just that 1 torpedo drop. See, our destroyer is just kind of dropping torps, and not really spotting, which is kind of making it a little rough. Our cruiser's just kind of setting behind Mount Everest back here. I'm spotted. So there's the Helena, and I just so happen to have HE loaded. Which, for a broadside cruiser, I'd much rather have AP loaded.
Fighter returning to ship.
I'd rather be smacking them for most of their health instead of just, hey, I got a fire on them. Congratulations.
Problem solved, sir.
But that's why I like British HE compared to HE from other countries. It's just, its penning is just nasty. Now we got their Helena, I've got their Colorado burning. I know it's not a perma-fire, but most battleship captains hate 1 fire unless I'm completely away from somebody that's slinging HE. You're not going to put that 1 fire out. But he does have a couple people over here slinging HE.
Roger. Proceeding to assist you.
I'm going to do everything I can to stay angled to that Colorado, because I know he overmatches me. I know he does. And me trying to avoid the bombs here may get me caught. Oh, the collie's shooting at you. Honestly, if I was in that Colorado, I would be shooting. And I get 2 incapacitations on a destroyer with HE. You know, everybody says, hey, load HE into your battleship to shoot fucking destroyers. Only reason I'm still running away is I'm trying to avoid those torps. Go ahead and pop that.
It's a go.
Now I'm going to re-engage. See if we can't get a permafire on that collie this time. We know he damaged Khan. We know that. And I completely and utterly whiffed the fucking shot. How the hell do you whiff a shot of HE? I guess that's just me. Colorado is still firing HE. Not the smartest move to do. I was hoping to get a fire on that volley, but obviously not. We know... Oh. Wasn't expecting those to hit, though. We know there's a destroyer still over here. We know there's a carrier that's still gonna fuck with us. So we just kinda gotta play it by ear. Main reason I'm targeting that collie. He overmatches. I want that overmatch gone.
Enemy battleship destroyed.
Now the aircraft carrier is bringing AP bombs over my head. More than likely he did drop his torps. That's what... Now see, if that carrier had HE bombs, I would be really, really hurting right now. And I know that.
Torpedoes, direct front. Attention.
I figured they were coming.
Torpedoes, direct front. All stations.
I'm hoping I can get skinny here and avoid that one. He is spotted. I'm spotted. He knows I'm here.
All stations, defend the base.
His torps might be reloaded. Here's the thing. You're less than way under your smoke firing penalty with a battleship right there, you don't have your torps reloaded.
Battle ends in 5
I
minutes.
son of a bitch, and my damage repair ran out just as I passed or hit. Yeah, I'm now kind of easy picking because it's just, I can't move. But I'm still going to fight. I'm going to die because I can't move. I'm flooding. It's just a whole mess that I'm dealing with. So, there's the flood damage. There's the kill for the Enterprise. It is what it is. It was going to happen. It's just a matter of when. You know, one of their destroyers decided to say, hey, I'm just going to run in and try to cap. I don't like it when destroyers do that. It's like, hey, gotta get in there, gotta get a cap. You know what? Why not just fight it out with the team and see who's the better team when it comes to that? There goes the battleship down. But I mean, getting in the cap also takes point, you know, from us getting points. So I mean, it's. I understand the reason for getting into the cap. I do. I'm not saying not to. It's just. I don't know. It's more fun to just, hey, you know, we're the better team. We won the match. Boom, boom, boom. If he doesn't get moving, he's going to die to torps, which little late to realize that he was there. And yeah, he wanted to get the torps off onto that. As you can see, you know, my destroyers ended up turning into complete and utter potatoes. They're like, hey, shit. Little late. That was a clean hit on that Fletcher. I give credit to the Enterprise captain. I mean, he's cleaning up the destroyers. I give credit to him. I really am. But our destroyers are just kind of sitting there and kind of letting it happen. That Fletcher should have been dead. But you know, they sat there. They let it happen. They were in the cap long enough to deny us some points, which, you know, it's going to be a win for the enemy team. It was a good match. Really good match. You know, there's a minute left. It's only the carrier left in our team. It's just too much for a carrier to do this late in the match. I've played carriers, and with a minute left, trying to take down a destroyer and trying to take down a full health carrier, probably, and a Colorado. Now, see, that's the thing. We had the advantage, everything. You know, we were winning. Why the carrier is not trying to kill the Fletcher at the moment, I don't know. I mean, me, you know, I'm going to go after the Fletcher, try to get unspotted. You know, it's just, If he would have turned his bombers around and went after the Fletcher, he could have sent that wave of torpedo bombers actually after the Colorado. But it is what it is. You can't win every match you tried to. But, you know. I give credit to that Enterprise captain. I mean, he was right on par. You know, he got those shots where they needed to be. He was just pumping them out, and I was surprised when he did turn to me. I figured he was just going to stay after the destroyer and the cruiser that was over there. Okay. I can live with this. 3 destroyers. I mean, it is what it is. You're always going to have 2, 3 destroyers. You know, the matches where you don't have any destroyers are in my opinion, are the best matches. Yeah, there's not a lot of spotting for you. But hey, you know what? I'm okay with that. But not, having 2 aircraft carrier matches back to back and then having a match where you don't have an aircraft carrier. I mean, it's still a tier 6, tier 7 match. So I still got to be careful of the things that can overmatch me.
Battle starts.
Welcome to the stream, guys. I hope you guys are enjoying it. It's a stream where I just can't get any sleep and figured I'd have some fun. Now, the cruiser is turning. Would have been nice if the destroyer would actually be over here to spot. I can't run away from this side. If I run away from this side, it's going to allow a big advantage to the enemy team. Even if all I can do is slow them down to allow my team to win the other side, it'll be beneficial. Because if the team gets a full crossfire on my team, it'll be ship after ship just being killed. So, what's my range? 17.6. More than likely, their destroyer is probably somewhere over here. I don't know exactly where, and I'm not going to take a guess.
Concentrate fire on the designated
Although the
target.
Fletcher is spotted.
Enemy destroyer sighted.
And I can't get my guns turned quick enough. That's a Missouri. He catches my broadside, I'm going to be hurting. Scharnhorst catches my broadside, I'll be hurting.
Concentrate fire on the enemy cruiser sighted.
All stations, reporting the position of a strategic target.
This is about the only battleship I'll actually run AG in. Is my British line. And yeah, 2 fires, most battleship captains, instant damage con. Instant. Hopefully clear that island. Maybe catch him with 1 or 2 of those shells. Get a fire. Get a few extra damage. I am not going to push the battleship up there because I know torps are just going to be waiting on me. This is kind of probably going to be a boring match. I'm not a fan of this map just because of the way it's laid out. So their destroyer is probably going to try to come up and around. So what I'm going to end up doing is I'm going to end up using these islands to my advantage the best I can. But if a destroyer comes around an island and I'm just trying to push the front end around, then yeah, I'm dead. And I know that. It's just a death strike with torpedoes. Okay, I'm detected with radar. Was detected with radar. We know it's not the Missouri, obviously. And then we know it's not the Bismarck. Another ship has radar. I gotta learn that. I gotta learn what ships have what on them for their consumables.
Concentrate fire on the desert. Concentrate fire on the designated target.
Yes, I know I'm sailing in circles, but trying to get it to where I can get a good shot on one of them. I may be able to catch this Fletcher. If he stays spotted long enough when he comes through. At that range, it's a dead Fletcher.
Enemy destroyer sunk.
Probably spotted by the Bismarck here. Hoping to get the shots off, get a fire, get something. And that cruiser's probably sitting there, is like, you know, something comes through. I can get torps on it. Smart. But you're just sitting there, you're not helping your team. And you got spotted. There still is one destroyer, and I think he's still on the other side of the map. I think this guy went AFK. What do you guys think?
All stations, concentrate fire on the target.
If he's AFK, those torpedoes are going to send him back to port real quick. I'm going to become a little bit more aggressive. Trying to push this a little bit. Probably should have loaded AP here. Because we know the cruiser's just sitting there. And that would probably be a dev strike with AP. But he probably going to burn to death, because he's AFK.
All stations, requesting fire support.
He still isn't moving. He's still just burning.
Enemy cruiser sunk.
Now we know if we stick our nose around this, it could be a death sentence for us. But it could also benefit our team. Now I'm trying to angle here. Yeah, I'm gonna get fires, I'm gonna get this, I'm gonna get
Fire
that.
alarm. Battle ends in 5 minutes. We've destroyed an enemy.
But we just got the Bismarck off the field. We took some heavy damage there. I'm back up.
Sir.
Yeah, Malfi's gonna let us know, hey, I'm still here. So we're gonna let him know once we reload that we didn't forget about him. But general rule for me, if it's not an American cruiser above tier 5, they have torpedoes. But I didn't think he had another. Would have been nice if the auto aim went to that one and not the Amalfi.
Problem solved, sir.
We got a fire burning on him. He's probably not going to put it out. We want to get away from the Amalfi for a little bit. We don't need another perma-fire. I would really enjoy if it went after the ship I wanted it to go after instead of the Amalfi. Right now, it seems to be kind of a standoff. Jumps right to the Amalfi. We're probably going to lose a destroyer here. I'm the last battleship on our team, so... I probably should have fired DHE and then reload it, but... We're going to get our last heal back here in a second. If I go out there and I die, it's going to be a loss. Our cruisers are just kind of setting back at base, just defending. I've taken enough damage by sticking my nose out. If they want me to spot, that would be a foolish thing for me to do. There is 45 seconds left. All I need to do is stay alive and we win. It's really not the funnest way to win, but it's a win. I mean, again, I'm not going to stick my nose out, but the ML, if he comes over here, I will shoot it. We'll go ahead and go back to 18 now. And that's a W. I hate to kind of end on a boring stream or on a boring game like that, but I hope you guys enjoyed the stream. Please like, share, and follow. These videos are loaded up to YouTube. Please hop over there and give me a like, share, and follow. I hope you guys have a good day.